If you're tired of the standard business and marketing fundamentals, frameworks, and funnels, you need a little mischief. Get ready to turn up the volume on the CEO Mischief Maker podcast, where you access conversations with seasoned business owners who have smashed through mindset barriers, innovated the standard boring business and marketing playbooks, and executed future-paced strategies with bleeding-edge tools and tactics to micro-fail their way into massive success and growth. We are Mindset Impact Strategic Catalysts helping innovative entrepreneurs focus. We are CEO Mischief Makers. Ready to make a little mischief? All right, let's kind of take it home here, because next we want to talk about strategy and tactics. And strategy and tactics. So you've kind of covered some of those already. We've gone high level in mindset, but you even gave us some tactics about mindset with that gratitude. And now we went into the middle of innovation, and you gave us again some tactics. How can you bring that all the way to really in business in general? What can people listening do to actually every day have a strategy for growth and the tasks they need to perform to get there?
So on the internet, there's this amazing machine, and it's this box. You open the lid and you put a couple dollars in. Close the lid, open the lid, and you put $1 in, out pops $10. How often do you want to do that?
As often as I can.
So you're just going to keep putting in more money and more money comes out, right?
Yep.
It's this magic box. If I put in $100, I'll get out $10,000. I put in, one book, I'll get back 10 books. I'll get back 10 more of whatever else I put in. And when I think about strategy, it's what is it that I do that's different, my unique selling proposition, how I create value, provided that it's standardized into some kind of SOP, some sort of set of operations that doesn't require me being involved in. If I want to scale that thing, then I want to put as much money or as many things in this, I put a gold watch in the box to get 10 more gold watches. So what does that mean here? It means repurposing and applying what we call the $1 strategy. So first, repurposing. If I have, say, an email newsletter that's doing really well, a particular landing page is doing really well, some piece of copy that does really well, some subject line that does really well, why wouldn't I copy that over into YouTube? Copy that into a Facebook ad? I can literally reuse my best email open lines and use them in Twitter, or take the best things that work as lead ads in TikTok and reuse them into my Facebook. I can literally recycle across all these different channels because the strategy is still the same. The strategy is my goals, content, and targeting. It's what I stand for. Strategy is channel independent. I'll speak at conferences, Mary, and I'll ask people, a room full of people, hundreds of people, and I'll say, all right, what do each of you guys do? And somebody will say, oh, I'm an SEO strategist. I'm an email marketing strategist. Oh, you are? So what's the difference between an email marketing strategist versus an email marketing tactician? In fact, what is strategy? And I'd ask the entire room, and people would never, I've asked this hundreds of times, people would never be able to give me a clear answer on what is strategy. They would say something vague, like it's figuring out the grand plan of what we want to do. Kind of, or it's how we adjust things to make more money and optimize. No, that's tactics.
Yeah.
And the correct answer is strategy is the unique combination of goals, content, and targeting, which is the DNA of your business. If you're having to change your strategy because of Facebook's ad updates, and you have to change your strategy every day or two, that's not a strategy, and you don't have a business. You're changing tactics. You're confusing strategy and tactics. So if your strategy is solid, meaning you have a clear customer that you serve, providing a clear value proposition and repeatable in a certain way that you can keep doing it over and over again, like a Chick-fil-A hamburger or whatever it is, a chicken burger, then you can duplicate that, you can replicate that. And so when you go across other channels, repurposing is something that works on Google. I can find the equivalent to make it work on Facebook. I can make that work on TikTok or LinkedIn, or, oh, it won't work for me on TikTok. I sell B2B. Oh, how wrong you are. I love it when people say that, because that's just less competition for us.
That's right.
People would tell us, 10 years ago, oh, it won't work on Facebook. We sell a high ticket thing. We sell to senior citizens, and it's not on TikTok because TikTok's only young kids. Oh, how wrong you are.
That's all the time.
So repurposing is one thing. And the other part is If it's good, I'm going to put more against it. So we'll have clients that are spending $10,000 a month, maybe on ads, and they're getting a 10-to-1 ROAS. We'll say, okay, well, you are still very profitable at a 5 ROAS. Why don't you crank up that budget to 20,000 or 30,000, right? How do you get more? So all the whole idea of scaling and getting more sales, getting more whatever is cover more channels and then put more money against it. And if you have lots of different ads or variations or whatever, different ways of saying kind of the same thing, like what Jen Henry was talking about,
Yeah.
that's not changing your strategy.
No.
You still know what the core message is. You still know why people buy. You still know like what is it about your product, the features and the benefits, selling propositions. You're just going to say them slightly differently with different people, different environments, different sounds in the background, all these different ways. But the strategy's still the same.
Yes.
But you're changing the tactics, and that's how you scale the thing. Then you put money against it.
Yes. Okay. Did you get that? And we know if you've been following with me and you know about conversational design, you know how to change that message based on the person or the platform or where they are in that conversation toward purchase. So yeah, repurpose. What are you doing? Don't just put it on one and leave it there and then never post it again. That's another thing that Jen Gottlieb said today. You repurpose that thing. You take let's say like when I spoke at Conversations Conference in 2018, I can talk about that conference and have a story behind how I got there or how it impacted, but just change the image and repost that today because it's still relevant.
That's right. And then here's one of my favorite tips. You guys have watched this far, or you're into the third piece of this. Let's say that Mary wrote this thing on the 10 things you need to do in 2022 to improve your customer experience, right? And now it's January 2023. Well, let's just change those subject lines. Let's change those blog posts to say 2023. But what if she said that in video? Does she have to refilm it if she said those words on video? No. There's tools like Descript where you can feed that video in, and there's a feature called overdub where you can literally highlight the words in there just like editing a Word document and have Mary, and maybe, initially it was 10 things that you need to know about email marketing or whatever, but now she's got 12 things, she's got 2 more things. We can take that existing video and have Mary say 12. Or maybe it's somebody you interviewed on a podcast and you're not going to see that person again, because it's just really hard to get a hold of certain people because you happen to be there at a conference and you met them, whatever it was. You can change all that. And if you look, for example, at overdub on Descript, you'll see my face there in my example. Like, oh, Dennis told me all about it, and I went there and I saw his face. Yeah, and it goes back to the stuff we were talking before about you use someone's product or you edify them. A lot of people, they go to Fiverr. You go to Fiverr and you hire people. And I get texts every day and Facebook messages from people saying, Dennis, I went to Fiverr and I saw that you're on their homepage. Like, yeah, I know. I like all the time. Like, yeah, I know. I'm on their homepage. Right?
Yeah.
Because I'm edifying. I'm saying I love using Fiverr. Yes. I've been using Fiverr for 8 years now. Yeah. I've been using Descript, and here's an example of how I've edited videos just in a couple of clicks, not even knowing how to use these different tools. I'm always edifying other people that I'm learning stuff from. Other people give me a tool to play with, and I try it, and if I like it, I'll say something good about it, and then they're going to take what I say and put it on their homepage.
So not only can you do this with people, but you can do this with products. And think about the free publicity that gets Dennis when he's kind and paying it forward and all those wonderful words. Then not only will a person reciprocate, but now the business is reciprocating. Wow. All right, I have to be honest with you. The reason we're doing this right now is because I just met this amazing gentleman and he has been so kind. I just said, you know what? I just love what you're doing. I love the conversations we've had. I would love to interview you for this podcast. And I would normally do the regular stuff, go book this and no. And he's like, why don't we just do it from here? Like,
wasn't this way better than a Zoom?
Oh my gosh, yes. Oh my gosh. I hope you all feel the same way because check out Dennis, and follow him, learn from him, pay it forward. And I guarantee you, if you come with a genuine heart, a genuine will to learn and make the world a better place, I think this is one of the people that can help you do that. Any last thoughts?
Based on what you've learned here, I want you to make a 1-minute video right now, even if your hair is not good, about what you've learned. Don't write a script. Don't try to word for word it. Just whatever comes off the top, whatever's natural, make a 1-minute video. There's something that you've thought about, something that struck you. Talk about that, because when you do, you're putting it into practice. If you then now go have lunch or open the next email or forget about whatever, oh, you know what, tomorrow I'm going to, you're never going to get around to it. And you know that's true. So if you want to make this time valuable that we just spent together, and I'm super honored that we could spend time together, all of us, make a 1-minute video, and that will help kick it up into long-term memory. Like when you take action against something that you've learned, that's when the brain starts grooving new pathways and you start to have this attitude of gratitude. And then I want to hear what happens in your business, because I love highlighting how people are growing. I'll retweet you if you just tag me on Twitter or whatnot. But Mary's got great abundance. We want you to have the same thing. There is so much in this world for all of us to be able to grow.
You know that. You know that. So go do it. You have a call to action right there. No reason not to. 1 minute. You can't tell me the kids are screaming in the background and dinner is boiling over on the stove. If you're listening to this, 1 minute, go to the bathroom and just record.
Yep.
That's it.
You could be in line at the supermarket. It takes a whole minute to make excuses. So you might as well make the video than make an excuse.
And look, after a long day, it doesn't matter what you look like. It doesn't matter what you sound like. Be real, be honest, and be giving in your time and your energy and your expertise. And believe me, the world will be a better place, and you and your business will be as well. Dennis, thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Mary. That was
for
amazing.
joining me.
Yeah.
I'm so happy we could do this.
That was
I'm
so
so
cool.
grateful.
It's like you guys get to join us as well. How cool is that? And imagine if you're here in person. Maybe you'll be here in Costa Rica next year and we can hang out together.
Oh my gosh, you have no idea. I'm going to be doing a whole series of videos about what this was about, because it was, I'm extremely impressed. Very, very impressed. Look, this is what's here. Why would you not want to be here?
Yeah, don't watch the YouTube videos. Come here,
Yes.
Let's hang out. And we can eat steak and mahi-mahi together. You can't do that on YouTube. Some of the food here.
Watch the fire dancers at the beach.
They have gelato over there. I think I'm gonna go get some right now.
Yes. Oh yeah. Nothing like it.
There's a sushi place. We had sushi, whatever, 3 nights ago, something
yeah.
like that.
And it's
Yeah.
all inclusive. Much as you can eat. Yeah. Dangerous, but yeah, whatever. Thank you.
See you guys.
Okay, hold on. If your mindset was shifted, you were inspired to innovate, and you were spurred into action, don't just move on with your day. Focus, my friend, and take a few minutes to visit CEOmischiefmaker.com to learn more about the value that was shared with you today. Please act now and create some CEO mischief of your own.